Doc just talked about you kind of driving the play ever since you came back. Do you feel like maybe that time off, as much as you were obviously dealing with an illness, it kind of refreshed you?
Maybe probably mentally. I'd say maybe a little bit, but overall, I just want to get back with the team and get back to doing what I love. So I'm happy to be back out here.
Thanks.
Mark Narducci.
Hey, Ben, Doc talked about your second unit. When you guys go to the bench, they've really been picking it up. How about, could you talk about that and kind of the boost they've been giving you guys?
Yeah, I think everybody's really stepping up. And, it starts with Shake, running the point. You got Furkan. Matisse has been a beast on defense, and then Furkan obviously offensively. And I think, everybody's, starting to click in that second group to where, we're able to hand it off to them and they can, keep it up and get that lead, which has been great. And I think, overall, each group is really, finding themselves.
Keith Pompey next.
Ben, Doc talked about your performance coming back. Now, I know you said some rest.
What you want to know? What am I at now? What percentage I'm at now?
No, I could care less about that. I could care less about that.
Yeah.
But what I want to know is, are you seeing things differently, or are you getting more accustomed to where your teammates want the ball at? Because it just seems like there's more command out there on the floor with you.
I'm just trying to make plays, and I think one thing I know is when I'm out, I create a lot of shots for my guys, and I don't know where I'm going to get the guy to shot. I don't know when. I'm just trying to make guys move on the defensive side to get my guys open and be creative, which is something that it's hard to teach. I think just the way I move and play, I'm shifting and moving, I'm looking one way and passing the other. It's hard to guard that at times. So I'm just putting pressure on the defense.
Now, in regards to where you guys are at in the standings and how close this race is, Doc was talking about, you guys just focus on yourself.
Yeah.
It's not one of those things where you're worrying about what Brooklyn does or Milwaukee. Is that true? Is it just all about what's happening here?
Yeah, it has to be. We can't control what Brooklyn or Milwaukee do. We've already played them. So for us, it's about controlling what we can do, and that's winning games, no matter who we play.
Now, right now, this is a crazy three-game stretch, the back-to-back, then start off in Texas, go to Chicago, and back to Houston. Outside of winning, what are you looking for from your team?
What am I looking forward to?
Or looking for, what's going, you want to win all three games, but what you want, what's the carryover you want to have in those games?
Just to stay locked in. We got 9 games left, I believe, so, we got to stay locked in for 9 games. If we do that and win every game, we put ourselves in the best position we can.
Thanks, man.
That was 5 questions.
Ain't 6.
Rich Hoffman's next.
Hey, Ben, I was curious. Doc has talked a little bit about how he likes George's ball handling on that second unit, as the guy he kind of takes that role over from. What have you seen from him early on?
It's easy to play with somebody like that. He's been in the league for a while, so, he has that veteran experience. There was one play where I think it was 3 seconds left on the free throw. I ran out, grabbed the ball, he ran. And probably should have got the foul, but he didn't. But it was just little things like that, where you're able to look at a guy and they know the same thing you're thinking, which is great, and also having that veteran leadership between all the guys we have now has been great.
Hi, Carlin.
Hey, Ben, I just real quick wanted to get your thoughts on Matisse's offensive game continuing to grow.
Yeah, I don't think he realizes what he's capable of yet, but he's finding himself. We love when he is obviously knocking down the threes, but he's also able to drive the ball and get to him and make plays. So he's growing. Offensively he's been great, and then obviously defensively he's been a beast.
Thanks, Ben.
Over to Jackson Frank.
Hey Ben, it seems like in recent games you've had a little more opportunity to play off the ball defensively. I'm curious kind of how your role there changes and what you're able to do off the ball versus kind of guarding the team's best player on the ball for long stretches.
Yeah, typically my off ball defense hasn't been as good. I feel like I've picked it up recently. I'm getting better, but I think it's just big for me to be able to communicate and help guys by communicating on the floor and putting guys in the right positions. Because our defense is really based off helping each other. We play off each other. So, if one guy makes a call and does something, then, it's going to trickle down. Everybody has to do the same thing. So, we have each other's backs.